All right, good morning, everybody. Dr. Gilmore here. Friday morning, the 11th of January. See, that's the thing about January. Before you know it, it's February. I mean, you're still decompressing from the holidays and getting back into your regular routine. And then before you know it, it's the middle of the month. It's like, wait a minute, what? It's the middle of the month? It's the middle of January? Yep, it is. Wow. Okay, so I had a really interesting day yesterday. Didn't have time to, man, why is that hair sticking up there? It's probably because I've been fasting. Good morning. Oh, wow. Oh, you're bringing them in.
They're frozen.
Here's your breakfast.
Oh, that's for Monday. Bring them on in. You know what? You just set it right there if you want. Put it right on the
Okay.
counter.
This is just info.
Info.
Look at all that.
So we have delivery of a great big box full of all of our cleanse stuff. Wow. So this has to stay cold. I need to take this home and keep it in the freezer?
Yeah, take it out on Sunday.
Okay.
They're 4 days in the fridge,
Okay.
30 days in the freezer. So I'm gonna take out you can take them all out on Sunday.
Okay.
3 days.
Take them out, put them in the fridge, and then bring in each day's.
Yeah, I'll start with day number 1. And
Yeah.
I'll bring 2 and 3 or 4 to the office, and I'll keep 5 and 6 at home.
Okay.
So you may want to keep 5 and 6s or 4s. Oh yeah.
So, do we finish the 6 bottles for the day during workday, or do we take some home?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
However you want to do it.
Okay.
And there's tricks in there. You can have some things that you won't eat anyway, but there are some other drinks and things you can have.
Okay.
One of them,
How hungry
one of
you
them's
get.
egg whites, and you don't eat.
All right. All right. Good deal. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
see later.
All right. Obviously, the big juice cleanse or cleanse has arrived, and you heard the instructions for me. I have to take that home and put that in the fridge over the weekend, so they'll be ready to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Kind of excited about doing that. Got on the scale this morning, 196. Pretty good, huh? Really good. This morning I put a tie on, wearing a tie. Walked out to the barn dough. We have a guest visiting. The DW was visiting with our friend Christina, and I was wearing the tie. And she said, "Why are you wearing a tie?" I said, "Because it's Friday." And she said, "Well." So I said, "Well, I wear a tie every Friday, right?" And she says, "No, you don't wear ties." I said, "You told me to throw away the ties." I said, "No, I wear a tie every Friday. Every Friday I've always worn a tie. Who are you?" Anyway, I'm trying to teach a little humor. I'm trying to help her, Anyway, so finally I had to say, "Okay, I know I don't wear ties. I was just putting this on as a little gag for you this morning, so it's all good." All right, so that was my fun this morning, and it is Friday. So we had a really interesting case yesterday. I have not had any time to edit this, but I'm going to put a little picture up on here of a condition. This is an orphan disease called branchiotic syndrome. And you can see where the little arrows are. This is from the National Institutes of Health Library. And this is a birth defect where the body is actually attempting to create a second set of ears. Essentially is the only way to really look at it. But this is actually, where the arrow is actually where there is a tube that's formed. And here's another picture of one that they had. And that little tube sometimes goes around behind the ear, sometimes it goes in front of the ear, and sometimes it leads to a cyst. It can be associated with kidney diseases, other issues. Really a fascinating collection from a medical standpoint, very fascinating. And here's what can happen. That can become infected. So it acts almost like a fistula or a tract can become infected. So we had a patient that came in yesterday, first time I'd seen her, and she has a family history of this branchiotic syndrome. And her sister actually had to have hers removed because they were so extensive. So she had to have a large surgical procedure by either ENT or a facial reconstructive surgeon to repair the problem. And but hers, our individual patient, it wasn't that bad. So she didn't have it done or hasn't had it done and hasn't been really, I think, fully evaluated for it. Nonetheless, it was infected, so we drained it, and so that's what the video is about. But I'm going to edit it, and when I do, I'm going to throw some information about it, maybe a couple of diagrams. It should be fun to do. I just didn't get it done last night because we had, like I said, a visitor in, and wow. So today, Friday, I have a patient coming in from Austin scheduled. Whether he makes it, we'll see. But things happen. Sometimes people change their mind at the last minute and decide they don't want to get a procedure done. So scheduled to have a pilar cyst removed this afternoon. Should be our last procedure time slot of the day, so we might have that for this weekend. And so it's kind of an exciting day. It's Friday. The weather outside is not all that exciting, and it's supposed to get colder and wetter and windier. So probably won't be any fishing this weekend. I think the DW and the Darling Daughter Abigail have something they're going to be doing, a ladies' function of some kind, which will be fun, which may just leave me and the dog to sit and watch Scooby-Doo or something, but we'll find something to do, I'm sure. Got on the scale this morning. I was 196, so I've had a good week and a half or 2 weeks of, fasting, and whole food plant-based eating has gone well, so I'm feeling pretty good. And I have a full day scheduled today as opposed to just a half a day, and so that's coming up. And maybe I'll have a chance to get on here and talk to you about some interesting cases during the day. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I did receive a package that I need to open online. Don't if you were expecting that, don't think that we've just ignored it. It just hasn't happened yet, but it still will. And so it is 4 minutes till 8 o'clock, and we'll have our first patient scheduled in 4 minutes. So I have just enough time maybe to get this uploaded. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.